What's up, guys? Ryan Biddulph here, blogging from paradise, from beautiful London in the UK. We're in Bayswater. Let's get Facebook going. Let's get the simulcast going. Get Facebook going as well. What's up, Facebook? Twitter up. I'm sorry. YouTube up. Facebook up. I updated and republished a post on blogging from paradise.com, which is my website where you could sign up for my list to get the new blog posts, when I publish them, blogging tips themed posts. I sell blogging courses on blogging from paradise.com. I've created two: how to get featured on world famous blogs and how to become a pro blogger in 5 steps. And I sell 9 ebooks that I wrote, and I sell them through Payhip and Gumroad. And I also sell the courses through Payhip and Gumroad. Not both. And that's that. So, as we dive into today's live broadcast on YouTube, hey guys, and on Facebook, I wanted to discuss the latest post that I have updated. And again, guys, make sure you stop by bloggingfromparadise.com and check out my courses, my blogging courses, and my blogging ebooks. They're very helpful if you need guidance. And of course, my blog post as well. And again, you want the new updates, when you go to my homepage, any new blogging tips themed post, if you sign up for my email list, I will email them to you. So you get them in your box. What is blogging and why should you blog? A lot of aspiring bloggers have no idea what this gig is about. I didn't 15 years ago when I was new to blogging. I didn't know SEO from a CEO. I didn't know what a blog was. Someone told me, buy something called a domain and hosting and start blogging. And he may as well have arrived from Mars and spoken Martian to me. I had no idea what he was talking about. Eventually, I found out and gleaned a little idea of what blogging is really about. Hey, wait a second. On YouTube, I changed my nickname to Blogging from Paradise, and it should come up. Oh, well, whatever. Next to my name. Oh, well. So the way I define blogging, guys, and I want to keep it as simple as possible so it's not confusing. It is a way to help people with words. You write blog posts, so you write words, you publish the posts, and you help people through the words. That's it, guys. That's the basic idea. That's what blogging is, simplified. You help people with words, help people with the written word. Of course, when you're thinking about a definition of blogging, you're thinking, what is blogging? You're helping people with words. That's the basic definition, just to allow to seep into your mind. However, as you learn more about blogging, you will understand that the process of writing and publishing posts, that is helping people with your words, takes a while to learn, and it takes a bit longer to master. So, of course, the base idea, helping people with words, you learn what is blogging well. You'll learn how to write and publish a blog post. You will learn how to network, how to engage in blogger outreach. These are all part of blogging. You will learn to monetize your blog through income streams, different income channels. You'll learn the details, the ins and outs. Hey, Fetty. the, let's say, a little beyond the broad strokes here. You want to go more and more in depth. But that's a basic idea, guys. And I know a lot of bloggers are confused. Yes, there's fulfillment there, self-fulfillment, self-expression. It's cathartic, it's healing. But you really want to focus on the idea, guys, of helping people with words. Because a lot of bloggers, when they think of what blogging is, in their mind, the definition is, well, I just sit and write whatever's on my mind. That's not accurate, and it's not a definition of blogging, because blogging is not only for you. If it's only for you, your blog will be a cyber diary. By that, I mean, if you just write for yourself and you don't think about helping other people, you don't think about solving their problems, you don't think about inspiring them, if you're not thinking out of your mind and you're like, well, I'm just going to blog about anything on my mind and that will be it, you won't have any readers because you have to think about them. Blogging is helping people with the written word. Really let that idea sear itself onto your mind, because you'll see a lot of bloggers who dive into this game and they struggle horribly for months and for years. And in their mind, they're just thinking blogging is just writing whatever's on my mind, publishing it. Bad idea. There's other human beings read your blog. That's how you become successful. That's how you get traffic. If you're just writing what you feel like writing and you don't think about others, guess who's going to be reading your blog posts? You. If you buy one of your courses or your ebooks, you may get sales, but then you had to invest the money to buy it. See what I mean? Zero-sum gain. And now, of course, I'm being funny here, being silly, a little bit of sarcasm, but the point is, guys, you got to think outward about other people when it comes to this definition of blogging. So blogging is helping people with the written word. And of course, you write words, you learn how to write and publish posts. Blogging is networking, engaging in outreach. Blogging is building friendships with your readers, building strong relationships, and then monetizing. That is the core definition. And we're about 7 minutes in. So I wanted to delve into the second half of this video. And of course, guys, again, my blog is called bloggingfromparadise.com. A lot of you guys seen me, some of you on YouTube, a lot on Facebook, and you see me with the travel photos, and that's all good, enjoying the time here in London. But the site that I own, what I run everything through, is bloggingfromparadise.com. So make sure you at least check it out today, guys, to see what I do, how I can help, what I do, give you a better idea of how to blog and thrive, because that's what I do. That's my gig. Why should you blog? Good question. A lot of bloggers, aspiring bloggers, run into a lot of resistance early on in this journey, because there's a little part of them is like, I want to give blogging a shot, or try it out, or at least learn more about it, which is cool. Thumbs up to that. But then the ego injects, drills into your mind, if you will, or they'll surface these fears. All types of fears, doubts, worries, concerns. Is it going to be too hard? Is it going to be too expensive? Most new bloggers or aspiring bloggers, people who are thinking about diving in, one of the big fears that arises in their mind is this: who's going to read my blog? Nobody's going to read it. So there's all these little fears that you appear to be bedeviled by, these egoic fears in your mind. And to overcome those fears, to glide through them, to feel them and forgive them, you have to have a strong, fun, freeing reason why you want to do it. If you don't have a really strong, fun, freeing reason that will pull you through those really uncomfortable fears, from time to time when they arise, you'll never start blogging. Or you'll start, you may buy your domain and hosting, and then you'll struggle, fail, and quit. You'll give up at the slightest form of resistance. And guys, I have to stress this. It happens all the time. I mean, most bloggers don't do anything because the reason why they choose to blog, the reason why is really weak, Or it's that really painfully common mistake of bloggers doing it mainly for money. And then a few do it mainly for popularity, like they think they're going to get love through this platform. And of course, those bloggers struggle, fail, and quit quickly because the money and the popularity only come after you practice for a long time. And if you look at your blog and you practiced a little bit for a short period of time and you don't see any money, you quit. And this happens all the time. So why should you blog? Well, number one, you have to avoid that mistake by mainly blogging mainly for fun, mainly now. There's going to be a little part that's going to want some worldly success for sure. There'll be a part, that's okay. But the main driver has to be for fun, for freedom of expression, for the joy of helping people, for passion. It's these intangibles that sit in your mind right now that have to be the main reason why you blog. And there's a very good reason for this. If you're looking for externals, if you're searching for externals, so you're looking for money and popularity, so what appears to be outside of your mind, you will struggle and you will fail and you will quit almost 100% of the time, because you'll keep looking for the money and the fame a few days in, a week in, a month in, 6 months in, a year in, if you've even been putting in that work, and most bloggers don't, and you won't see it. And you're not in almost every case, because it takes a lot of practice over a long time to get good at it, to get good enough to be credible, clear, confident, and skilled enough to actually experience success. Then you see it. So what's going to sustain you during that time frame? Fun, passion, freedom of expression. You enjoy helping people. You pick the niche you're passionate about. The work has to be the reward. So why should you blog? Because you have fun exploring a topic. And of course, guys, that's okay. There's a part of you that wants to say circle the globe. And that's an awesome smaller reason. There's like a small reason and big reason. The big reasons: passion, joy, you have fun helping people. It's freeing. So those are the big reasons. You got to make them your reasons, guys. Then the smaller ones that take a while to come into form, that's why they have to be smaller. They take a while. You have to practice. You got to practice. You got to be patient. You got to put in the time, put in the work. But really, it's more about having fun helping people. Small, lesser reasons. You enjoy traveling. You want to circle the globe nonstop. It sounds like it'd be so fun. Blogging could be an awesome way to get there. Most certainly, most definitely. You want to spend more time at home with your family. So maybe you see this as an opportunity years down the road after putting in the time and the work, and you've seen other bloggers do it where they've done it and they teach how to do it, where you're like, you know what? Maybe you like your job or maybe you don't, and that's okay. You just, either way, but you're like, I would just like to take the skills that I have or things I'm passionate about, develop that into something where I could work online and be around to watch my kids grow up instead of putting in a lot of hours and feeling like that I'm missing out on so much. A lot of parents feel like that right now. They felt like it for a long time. Blogging could just be a freeing means, a method through which you express yourself, self-fulfillment. Why not? That would be another reason why. That could be a bigger reason, because you're not really tied to an external. So that would be awesome too. As far as other reasons why blogging is powerful, why should you blog? Let's say versus other online businesses. When you buy your domain and hosting, that's the way to do it the right way. It's the intelligent way to do it. You buy your domain and hosting and you start on WordPress.org. You own the blog for all intents and purposes. I mean, unless you break some really, what am I have? Extremely lenient terms of services from hosting companies. You own the content, you own your image, you own your likeness, you bought your domain and hosting, you brand it however you want to brand it. You can fully customize the site, full branding control, full creative control, full customizing control. You could monetize it through virtually limitless income channels. Whatever income streams you want to, you could sell consulting services, offer consulting services, offer coaching services, offer freelancing services. You could create and publish courses, self-publish courses. You can write and self-publish ebooks. You can engage in affiliate marketing. You could sell sponsored content. You can embed ads, third-party ads, AdSense. The possibilities are limitless. And this is why blogging is so powerful. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of service. It takes patience. It takes really sharpening your mental tools. It definitely does. Yet, when you could monetize the thing, when you're really creating and connecting, being generous and building up your name and gaining exposure, doing it intelligently for a while, you could monetize through so many different income channels. You could brand it however you want to brand it and stand out from the crowd. You could customize it to make it one of a kind. You can't do that through so many other income channels online. And you see the difference between a blog and a website. A website is okay, but as far as updating it, it's slow and clunky and heavy. You can't update it that quickly. And as you guys may know, content really makes the web go. Content makes a lot of online businesses go. So blogging, especially when you're on WordPress.org, buyer domain and hosting, is perhaps the ultimate way to update a site with content quickly, easily, and seamlessly. They're writing and publishing a post. So that's why blogging has a very marked advantage over running a website and trying to run an online business just through a static site. It can be done for sure. I mean, one of the posts that I just updated and republished on bloggingparadise.com was from a guest blogger, David Boozer, a friend of mine, who mentioned how you can blog from paradise with a one-page website. And you certainly can, going that route. I'm just sharing why blogging, why you should blog compared to other online business models as a secondary point. However, the really strongest reason has to be you have fun expressing yourself, helping people too in the process. You have fun helping people because the definition, you're helping people with the written word. You want to pick a niche you feel deeply passionate about because that passion will fuel you before the traffic and the money comes. You have to really have fun helping people because you're going to help people for a while until the traffic and the money comes. You're going to face resistance. There's going to be obstacles along the way, ups and downs and fears and ins and outs. The love for helping people through the written word, the love of writing, that passion, that joy, that love will pull you through the obstacles, the resistance, the fears, the doubts, the blanket anxiety that nobody seems to be reading your blog, the depression that could arise from time to time when you've been at it for a little bit and you seem to be doing the right stuff, but just nobody showed up. So there's a lot of hopelessness there that gets triggered in your mind, sometimes depression, sometimes some anger. So the passion for helping people, for writing, for assisting people through the written word, that keeps you blogging. So you sit down and write the post even when nothing appears to be happening. But as I've stressed through my videos for a while now, in my blog posts and my blogging courses and my blogging ebooks, as we flesh out these basics, what is blogging and why should you blog? It's really important, guys, to follow advice from professional bloggers who know exactly what they're doing and who teach how to blog successfully, who guide you through their blog posts, through their videos, through their blogging courses, through their blogging ebooks, their coaching services and consulting services. because you may know what blogging is and you may have a strong reason why, but you need someone to guide you when you're new to this gig because there's a lot to learn. And there's a lot of practice involved, a lot to practice, and there's a lot of skills development going on. Because when you look at a blog post and you see what appears to be a masterpiece, just a really in-depth, detailed, long-form post, it took a lot of learning, a lot of study, a lot of patient practice, a lot of skills development to reach that point. So when you see someone sit down and churn out, write and publish a 1,500 word post that's very in depth and clear and concise, it wasn't just the 2 to 3 hours the blogger. It's looking a little slow on my laptop now. Maybe I'll close this out. I'm talking about the YouTube. Yeah, see, it's kind of a little frozen here. There we go. Now whatever. That's not just this 2 to 3 or 4 hours that the blogger set aside and sat down and researched the post maybe a bit, wrote the post, edited it. No. In virtually all cases, that real masterpiece, that's years of blogging. That's a lot of practice, writing practice. And a lot of that practice went down when nobody was reading these people's blogs. Trust me, I've been doing this for a bit. I've been at it for 15 years. So these are the bloggers who will teach you, who will guide you, who will help you. They've been there. They know their stuff. They have so much experience. They know so many things that you don't know when you're new to this gig. When you're a beginner, you don't know how to write and format a long form blog post. You don't know about links and how important it is to link to other valued resources, to build up your link juice, how important it is to link out to valued resources from your blogging niche, of course. Headers, paragraphs, using a lot of paragraphs, short, crisp sentences, the right title for the post, make a really clear, on-point promise, then you deliver with the content that you publish. These concepts are not hard. They're not overly difficult to understand at all. They're pretty simple, really, but you still have to know. It's not just, oh, I got my domain and hosting, and now I'm going to write and publish whatever's on my mind. No, that's not blogging. We've already established blogging is helping people with the written word. So you're helping other people. You write topics that help other people. You cover topics. You pick one niche that you feel passionate about. Then you're checking Google and Reddit and Quora, maybe Answer the Public to vet the idea. These are things that you do. You're passionate about it. There's a demand for it. And when you wing it, you're going to be like, oh, I didn't know that. So what is blogging? Helping people with the written word. Why should you blog? Went over some good points. I'm talking about that fun, that freedom, that joy. Because if you chase money, you're toast because the money's not coming. So then you look and you see, oh, 0 traffic, 0 income after 2 to 3 months. I quit. And it happens almost all the time. I know the stat in 2013 was 81%. Now, again, that's a decade ago, but numbers are probably very similar from what I've seen. But it was a decade ago. So, but come on, there's probably similar numbers. I've seen many, many thousands and thousands of bloggers for the past 15 years, and hasn't changed much since 2013. The stat back then, a decade ago, which I know it just has to be very close now, 81% of bloggers, no matter how long they blog, 5 minutes or 5 years, never make more than $100 during their online career, their entire online career. Let that sink in. 8 of 10 never make $100, whether they blog for 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 weeks. You have to come in? Or it could be a dog. 5 months or 5 years. So when you start to process that, you realize that most people have no clue in hell what blogging is, because they're not thinking about other people and helping them. They're not thinking of helping others with the written word. A lot of them, I see it all the time. I'm going to just blog what's on my mind. No, don't do that. Be running a cyber diary, be blogging for yourself, you blog for other human beings. That's how you get blog traffic, when other humans come to your blog. And you get them to come to your blog by listening to their problems, by seeing what people from your niche are covering, and by writing topics that help them. Why do you think I republished this post, updated and republished it on bloggingparadise.com? Why do you think I'm broadcasting live on Facebook covering this topic and on YouTube? Because people ask me and ask all the time, what is blogging? Why should I blog? So I do it, and boom. You have to be so clear on this reasoning, guys, doing it for passion and joy and fun and the love of helping people, because that's what gets you through the inevitable obstacles that will pop up. That's how you keep blogging through thick and thin, and that's how you don't become that part of that statistic from a decade ago, but I know it rings true, fairly true now. It has to. That 81% of bloggers, 2013, so or roughly a decade ago, never make more than $100 for their whole career for 5 years. It's because they don't know. They're just like, well, I'm going to blog. And the money thing, guys, don't blog mainly for money is the biggest mistake. One of the truly biggest mistakes, because it deludes you. You think it's going to be easy. You think it's going to be quick. You think it's going to be comfortable. You think it's going to be simple. And when you're deluded, which means you have totally unrealistic expectations, you treat blogging like an ATM. So you're like, oh, I'll just make some money and leave this job that I hate. You know, a lot of people, they start blogging, I hate my job. I'm like, don't, hold on a second, buddy. Keep working the job to pay bills, and it's going to take a while and a lot of practice. So don't blog for money. And of course, don't blog for popularity, because most people, when they do things for popularity, it's only because, well, across the board, it's because they don't love themselves. Once you love yourself, you don't need anybody else to appear to love you. You don't need a lot of people to know you. So you have bloggers that dive into this game, blogging game, looking for popularity and stats, and then people will know me. And I'm like, oh boy, that ain't happening for a while. AMD, that ain't happening for a long time. Trust me, I've done it for 15 years. Look around. There's a small collection of bloggers who've been doing it for 15 years and doing it with some worldly success. So there's not many. And again, it's because most quit so, I don't know what the statistic is, but they quit so fast. 81% of bloggers, a while ago, but it has to be close to a decade ago, never make more than $100. Whether they blog for 5 minutes or 5 years. They're blogging for 3, 4, 5 years, doesn't matter. And it's that money chasing and popularity chasing, because it's never coming. The money and the popularity don't come until you practice for many, many thousands of hours, hundreds, thousands. And then if you keep looking back at your blog when you're practicing, like nothing's happening, of course nothing's happening. You're not clear enough yet. You're not skilled enough. You got to practice for a long time. And so much of that money driver comes from just that pure fear, the fear, of course, but that delusion that, well, I'll just share my thoughts and I'll get the money. No, you won't. Yet, I don't want to make it seem like some impossible. No, it's not as hard as you think. It's not. It's uncomfortable. It's challenging. It's never difficult or complex. Appears to be difficult. If you make it complex, it's only because you haven't followed advice from a professional blogger who will tell you it's kind of simple. There's a lot to learn, but nothing is difficult. You don't have to be super highly intelligent or, work like a beast. You just got to do it the right way. And you do it the right way by listening to a professional. That's why I created the blogging courses for you guys. Like, they're there. Invest your money in them. I lay all the steps out. The ebooks are there. Invest your money in them. Take the course. Read the ebooks. Use them. I've gotten phenomenal feedback on each, from high level, everybody from new bloggers to high level bloggers who've been in the game for a while. And it's only because I've put all my experience. I have suffered and struggled horribly at various points through my career. And I know what it's like to go from not even knowing what a blog is to being able to have an audience and to have built up a following and to have been blessed to have been featured on some cool sites, some high level sites. And then to have this be one of the reasons why I've been able to circle the globe and do house sitting. So that's what I do. I guide bloggers. So guys, that's it for today. Make sure you stop by bloggingfromparadise.com, which is my blog. You could check out my blogging courses. I have 2 blogging courses. You click on the courses tab, and I have 9 blogging ebooks. Well, no, some of them are blogging, some of them travel, maybe 1 ebook. I'm writing and still publishing ebooks, but they're available through bloggingparadise.com. Don't go to Amazon. I don't sell anything through there. If that's there, that's not me. I have nothing to do with that. Go to my blog, and you'll see when you click through some of the ebooks I sell through Gumroad and some of the ebooks I sell through PayHip. One of the courses I sell through Gumroad. One of the courses I sell through PayHip. So that's where I do my digital storefront stuff. Of course, available through bloggingparadise.com. Much love, guys. Thanks so much, MD and Fetty and my friends over on YouTube. I'm going to roll YouTube. See you guys later. I'm going to roll on Facebook.